Owiedo wehi.
Owiedo kata kata.
Owiesa.
Cool down.
Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have here with me Ezeji, and she's going to be putting us through the ways to get admission into Poland, like Poland universities, and tell us a little about Poland, give us a little gist, even though we've not gone there. At least tell us how it's like there, so that we'll know if that's where we want to go or not. So welcome Ezeji. Could you please introduce yourself a little?
Hi everyone, thank you for having me. My name is Julia Ezeji, as well known as Nurse Julia Ezeji. So I'm a nursing student in Poland. I'm from Nigeria, studying nursing here in Poland. I'm also a YouTuber.
Yeah. So she has her own YouTube channel as well, and I'm going to drop the link as well, just in case you want to go there and say hi to her there. You're very free. So how long have you been in Poland?
Yeah, I've been in Poland. Came to Poland 2021. So let's say 2 years plus now.
Okay. So you just came in for admission purpose only?
For study, yes, I came for study only.
Okay.
Then after my study, the next thing is Japa.
Okay, that's nice. So how is it like living there? I don't get to hear much about it. It's only US, UK, Canada. That's the only thing I hear these days. I don't hear all those kind of Poland. How is the country like? Is it cold? Is it hot? Is there racism? Like things like that. What's it all about?
Yeah, racism is everywhere, even in our home country, Nigeria. Even amongst your tribe, there's always this segregation, or like put it that way. Yes, so it's normal. So I wouldn't say racism was my problem. It has never been my problem. So even if it does exist here, but that should not be your worry. Your worry should be just come, study, and leave. So as for the weather, well, sometimes it can be extremely cold, sometimes it can be extremely hot. So the hotness starts from let's say late May to early September. So June, July, August is the hottest of all, extremely hot. You can't really go out without your sunscreen. Not so hot like that of Nigeria, but there's something about their hotness. It can be so painful on the skin, but that doesn't mean you cannot go about your regular day-to-day activities. So when it's cold, it gets extremely cold. So the coldness starts from middle of September. It gets a bit cold, but as we approach late October, November, then it starts snowing. So December, January, February is the coldest of all, but it's not really bad. The weather here is manageable.
Wow. And how is the country like in general? Like, is there any special thing about it, or is it just a
there's nothing really so special about it, just that it's in Schengen. So if you come here, you can easily migrate to other bigger country, like if you want to go to US or Canada, or if that's your goal. And also another good thing about studying in Poland is the tuition fee is very, very affordable. So compared to in UK, I'm studying nursing here, so compared to studying nursing in UK, you can imagine that my 1 year UK tuition fee is enough to pay off my 3 years tuition fee here in Poland. So it's very affordable studying in Poland. And another thing is, I would say the cost of living here is very cheap. As when I came, it was extremely cheap, but due to the Russian war and the rest with Ukraine, so everything kind of had a U-turn. It's the cost of living here kind of went up to times 2, 50% additional to it. So if initially you were paying, your accommodation was 180 euros, so now you'll be talking about almost 300 euros. Bills inclusive. So that is just the only disadvantage. But studying here is very, very affordable, and the the locals are not bad. They are getting to like accommodate, unlike those that came like 10 years ago, 7, 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Their experience as at then was quite different from our experience. Those of us that came a year ago, 2 years ago. So I think they are accommodating, and life here is not bad. It's good.
Okay. Okay. Wow, that's great. I would say the same of UK. I'm currently in the UK, and I think they're really accommodative and all of that.
Mm.
Um, so you were talking about the school fees being cheap. Can you just give us a rough estimate, like how much per year now the school fees cost? Just a rough, because it differs, I know, with schools.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Why I said the school fee is affordable is because it's not up to like let's say between the range of, depend on the university, you
Mm-hmm.
can get, okay, let me talk about nursing. Let me not talk about other courses, because other
Mm-hmm.
courses can get tuition fee for like 1,000, 1,005, 2,000, two
Okay.
thousand five for other courses. So
Mm-hmm.
I have a detailed video where I talked about cheaper universities, about 10 of it I have on my video. So you can check my channel to get details of that. So now I'll just talk about strictly nurses. So for nurses, you can get a university that their tuition fee is from like 3,500 euro per year to
Okay.
like 5,500 euro per year. So that is how it is. So there are different criteria you need to check about any university where you want to study here in
Yeah.
Poland, to make sure that at least the certificate is recognized, and if actually they're offering you BSc. And also you have to like try to know someone that have graduated from that university. Even if you don't know someone, but at least you get information of some, maybe a friend will tell you of a friend that actually graduated from that
I
university that is
yeah.
presently working. Because that's very important, because trust me, in Poland, if you are not careful, there are some schools, university here that actually, I won't say they are scam, but the certificate they dish out is not well recognized. Not only Poland, it happens in UK also. There are some
Yeah.
universities that they mentioned a few months ago that actually their certificate is not well recognized. So you
Okay.
have to like be very careful in any university you're studying. And sometimes you may be unlucky to get into scam university that actually been shut down by the Ministry of, what I call it, is it Ministry of Education, they call theirs, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
But you won't know, they actually, those universities they issue out admission. So you have to like do your investigation, thorough investigation before applying to any school. Don't just look at, okay, because this is in this city, because it's this city. So city, you should do city, where the city where the university is situated still has its own role to play in terms of like getting job, because there are some
Mm-hmm.
cities that are difficult to get job here in Poland due to this Russian and Ukraine war. So there are a lot of Ukraine that flocked in Poland. And you know, definitely when it comes to job, those people, they understand Polish a bit.
Yeah.
So if they want to offer job, they will prefer them, give them this preferential treatment. So unlike 2 years ago, foreigners were not really complaining much about job shortage, but not
Mm-hmm.
until after this Russia and Ukraine war thing. So yeah, like as I was saying previously, even though you want a big city, remember, going to bigger city comes with own costs, comes with its own price to pay, because you more cost of living, accommodation, feeding, and the rest. And also I think those bigger city, they still have this high demand for jobs, because most of the foreigners always want to go to bigger city. You
Yeah.
can still check for smaller city that is not so far from the bigger city, maybe like an hour. You can always use the train to
Mm-hmm.
go to for your work, or maybe you get this remote job that is hybrid. Most times you come to the office, you report to the office. Most times you just have to do it work from home. It's doable, so you can go to other cities to work where you know, yeah. And you can also get accommodation in outskirts of those in some bigger cities. You don't really need to like go where others are actually going. So there are
Mm-hmm.
ways you can like work your way through to cut cost and also live a better life here in
Yeah.
Poland.
Wow. That's really in depth. That's so in depth. Like you got me scared at that point when you were saying that there are some universities that are scam that I just got scared.
Yeah. It happens. Yeah. So that is just how it is. But
Mm.
what you need to do is you verify. It's not just only in Poland. I've had cases of some people getting in some universities in UK. They actually were scammed. And also, you remember what happened in US? That was like few months ago, where some nurses, they were dismissed from I think, is it new grad nurse? They were dismissed because they had fake certificates. Is it from Arizona? I can't recall this story. If you check Google, you hear the story. So it happens. It's everywhere. So if you're going anywhere to study, most likely if it has to do with professional courses, just verify, check that university, their track record, their admission rate, their graduation rate. Because if admission rate is 80% and graduation rate is 10%, you know that something is actually wrong. Maybe probably people, they are maybe stressful to study in that university, or probably people tend to like drop out due to one reason or the other. They find that about it. So you have to be very careful when applying to any university, not just in Poland, even in my dear Nigeria. So you still have to.
That's good. That's great. Okay. So we're done with that now. What is like the admission process? I would say, like, how do you get to start your admission process when you want to apply to Poland as a student, as a nursing student, or generally as a student now? What are the steps you need to take to, get this done?
Okay. First you need to look for school, which is very important. So when you find a school, before looking for school, you actually know what you want to study. Nursing or engineering or accounting or anything, management. Then you look for school that really like suit that particular, that your course really fits in the course that you really want to study, and look at their track record. So when you're able to find that, they now look at their requirements to issue out admission. Different schools with their different requirements to issue out admission. Like in my own university, they kind of like, not just my university, some other universities, they kind of like ask you to bring your WAEC certificate. Then after, either WAEC or NECO is acceptable. When you get your WAEC or NECO certificate, then when they look at it, if you have a gap of like more than 5 years, they'll tell you to like bring all that certification you've had, like maybe like OND, HND, or BSc, to like prove reason why for the gap in between from your O level. You can imagine someone like is 30 years old, definitely that person must have left secondary school like 6, 7, even 8, 10 years ago. So yeah. So when you're able to, when you give them that, depending, not all university asks for that. So when you're able to provide that to them, then they issue you the admission. Then you go ahead to pay your tuition fee. Then after paying your tuition fee, then during the process of paying your tuition fee, you can as well go to Ministry of Education or Foreign Affairs in Abuja. This is for those applying from Nigeria. So if you're applying from Ghana, Cameroon, or other African countries, so check with your country, which the Ministry of Education that's in charge of verifying your WAEC or your NECO or your credentials from your school to verify that actually this is authentic, that is original. So when they will be able to verify this stamp and everything here and there, they will put on your certificate. So make sure when they're putting that stamp, they should not put it on the seal on your certificate. I had friends, then they had issues where the stamp were placed on the seal on their certificate. So the embassy could not scan their certificate. So that made them they denied their visa. So you make sure they don't put that on the seal, and make sure before you go to Ministry of Education Foreign Affairs, if you laminate your certificate, make sure you kind of like, you personally try to tear it, to unravel it. Make sure you tear it, as in try to open it, because they will need to stamp on the certificate. So you have to take off those what's it called, those lamination paper, those paper you apply. So you do it yourself, because you'll be patient to make sure you don't tear your certificate. But if you take it to the Ministry of Education, to them, and they want to do it for you, they may tear your certificate and mess it up for you. Yes, so that's the problem. So after that, then you've booked for your appointments. You've paid your tuition fee, then you book for your appointment date.
With the university
so
now?
Yes.
Okay.
You not with university, you book your appointment date for interview with embassy. But before you book for your appointment, make sure you've paid your tuition fee, and the university have given you full documentation that because the university will need to give you documents you take to the embassy. Yeah. So the document is about 5 pages. some
Okay.
6 pages, depending on the university.
Okay.
And yeah, then you book for your appointment date. Appointment date is a little bit tricky because it takes a lot of time to get dates.
Yeah.
So you may be lucky if you're the type that you know who will help you. There's a
Yeah.
route they follow in that appointment. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
into details
Yeah.
about that. Yeah, so it's involved, they'll connect you, help you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're doing that to get appointment, you have to be careful so that you don't do it with the wrong person that will run away with your money. So that's
Mm-hmm.
the challenge there because
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So when you're able to get your appointment date, so make sure you get your proof of fund. Your proof of fund has to be bank statement,
Mm-hmm.
any amount depending on your tuition fee, any amount from like 6 million depending on your tuition fee. So it has to be bank statement that has been operational, not bank statement you just kind of like get lump sum amount and keep it there. So it will not fly that way. So it has to be normal accounts that has been having inflow and outflow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they will need to check that out. And you can use anybody as your sponsor. You can use your friend. No, not friend. You can use your auntie, your sister, your brother, your father, your mother. Yeah, you can use them as your
Husband.
sponsor. You can use your husband, your spouse as your sponsor. Yeah, so basically that is just it. So I have a whole lot of videos I've done about this Japa thing to
Okay.
Poland. So you
Okay.
can check my channel for a lot of them. And if you
Uh,
need my help for anything, send me DM and I'll help you.
mhm. Okay. So what's the name of this document that the school sends to you now to, submit at the
The
embassy?
name the name is in Polish, so it's not once you've paid your school fees, the school will definitely send it to you. It's in
Okay.
Polish. Yes,
Okay.
it's one is your admission letter in 2 page in
Okay.
English and in Polish. There's one they call something declaration or something. But it's a normal thing that the school will definitely send it to you, so you don't need to beg for it.
Okay.
Once
Okay.
you've paid your tuition fees, they must send it to you. You don't need to beg for it.
Hope let me just digress. Like, hope the education is not in Polish. Oh. Like, you
No,
don't
no,
go to
no, no,
class
no,
and
no.
start speaking Polish.
No, you it's in English. It's just like in
Okay.
Germany where they speak
Okay.
German and they teach in English. So if you want to study in Polish, there is schools that offer you study in Polish, but
Okay.
you may be lucky to get schools that you don't need to pay tuition fee, but you need to do Polish for 1 year. Then after that,
Wow.
then yes,
You
same
get
thing
the
in
school fees
Germany,
free, everything.
free. But you have to for you to get that kind of offer, you need to know Polish to like at least
Okay.
B1.
I'll just start learning my Polish now.
Yeah, Polish is difficult, but it's a very interesting language. But
There's nothing that is impossible now. That's my slogan. Okay. Thank you for that. How long does it take, like this process of starting to get admission? Do they waste your time, like when you're applying with them, the universities? Does it take time?
well, it takes, let's say, within 2 months you've gotten your admission.
Okay.
Some university can take up to like 3 months. It depends. Remember, some university may need you to legalize your documents. So those are the universities that take like
Yeah.
it may take you a lot of time because you need to like try to go to the embassy to legalize your documents.
Yeah.
So that may take you a whole lot of time. So,
Yeah.
but normally there are some universities that they don't really require you to legalize before they give you admission.
Yeah.
Once you've got your admission, you've got your visa, you must legalize before coming to Poland. So you can always legalize during your visa appointment date. Like that is the day you're submitting your documents for your visa.
Mm-hmm.
You can legalize that they submit your results, your WAEC or NECO, so they legalize it for you.
Okay. Hope it's not hard to get this visa, this their Schengen visa. Like, is it so difficult to get? Because there are some countries visa that you have to sweat for before getting.
Well, the visa, I won't say it's hard. It's not hard at the same time. It's not easy. So you need to do the right thing. Once your
Yeah.
documentation is complete and your proof of funds, everything is intact, I see no reason why you will not get your visa. It's just the visa appointment date that is a bit difficult.
Okay. All right. All right. One more question. Are there any hidden charges apart from the proof of fund you have to provide, your school fees? Is there any small thing you have to start paying for again? Like,
Well, is it for the school or the visa?
The whole process.
Okay, yes, the whole process. Yes, there are charges like going to your Ministry of Education. You calculate that's going to cost you money. Let's say maybe 20 something thousand to like
Okay.
30 or 40, depending from where you're coming.
Okay.
And then when I did my was 2020 per document, I paid like 8,000 naira. But now, so many people want to like, I'll help you,
Yeah.
and they charge you more because if you want to follow the normal route to do those things at Abuja, you if you want to follow the normal way to do it in Abuja, it costs you. It's going to cost you. It's going to take you like a week. But most times people just meet agents there to tell them like to help them cut the journey. You just tell them, okay, I want it within 2 days. So they're going to charge you a lot of money. So you can imagine if you have a job to do, maybe you're coming from Edo State, you're going to Abuja and you have work. You can't go to Abuja, sit for 1 week. Remember you're paying hotel bills, feeding and all those things. So you just give it to the agents to do it for you. Within 2 days you get everything and
Okay.
that's it. And another thing is the visa fee is 80 euro. That's what they charge for the visa fee. So that's another fee. And also the money hidden charges you pay depending on you, how you want to make your process, your journey easier for yourself. If you want to like follow due process step by step, it may cost you less. But if you want to like follow the fast lane, just know you're going to pay more.
Okay.
So the fast lane, I always advise the fast lane because if you have money to spend, follow the fast lane. Not like the money that is too much, but it makes life easy for you.
Easier, yeah. Okay. All right. That's good. You mentioned the requirements just now. That they will ask you, the school will ask you for requirements like your, your WAEC, your NECO, university. What else are there that they, request from apart from your international passports, WAEC and NECO? Is there any other thing you should bring?
If you're like maybe you graduate like within the space you left secondary school within the space of 5 years, your WAEC NECO is enough. But if you've left secondary school like more than 5 years ago, you will need to bring additional documents, either OND, HND, or PSC, anything to prove that this is what you've been doing since you left secondary
after you left school. Okay, all right, that's fair enough. Fair enough. All right. So, is there anything you want to tell us, like advise us for those of us that want to come to study in Poland? Say anything.
Okay. The advice I have is most times I used to see most people talking about jackpot. Don't go to this country. Don't go to that country. Most people say, don't go to UK. UK is overrated. UK is blah blah blah. UK is this. Or don't go to Europe. Europe, there's nothing happening there. Please don't listen to them. Everyone to their own journey.
Exactly.
Just take up the bold step. You know what you want. You know what you want, just do it. Like I could remember initially I wanted to go to Germany, but something happened along the way I have to like change my preference. I just changed my plans to like, okay, let me go to Poland. So now I had a couple of friends, they kind of like trying to discourage me. Poland, don't see it's there, that country is poor, that country is this, blah blah blah. But here I am, I'm almost done with studies. So just take up the bold step. Don't listen to what people say. Even if you are not coming to Poland, whatever country you're going to, just make sure that is exactly what you want. Plan very well, and trust me, it will be fine.
Perfect. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you so much for the in-depth knowledge you've shared with us. And it was really, really deep. And I'm sure this would be enough for any one of us that wants to take that bold step and, come study with you guys over there. Thank you so much. And guys, you can check out our channel. I'm going to drop the link under the description of this video. Go check her out, watch our other videos, subscribe to our channel, and God bless you. And don't forget to click on the subscribe button on this channel before you go. It's free of charge, I always say. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nurse Ezeji. Ezeji, one.
Yeah, Igbo, right?
I'm not Igbo. I'm Lisa.
You're Esan, right?
I'm Edo State, yeah, but my name, I don't know if
Hey.
it sounds Igbo because most people used to say Igbo, and they say my face is shaped like an Igbo girl.
Owiedo wehi. Owiedo
Obiedo
wehi.
kata kata.
Owiesa. Owiesa.
Oh yes,
Body aye.
that. Oh, for real.